Saturday the 30th of May 2020. Hope everybody's staying safe, being practical, keeping themselves out of harm's way. Alan at Alan's Allotment here again. Right, so it's Saturday morning, as I say, and I came up here nice and early this morning. So I came here at 7 o'clock this morning, and the intentions are go up early, get the birds done, and try and get the plants over in the garden area watered prior to the sun getting up and any heat in the sun, and get the grass cut. It's now 7:50, so it's 10 to 8 in the morning, and I've just sat down to make a cup of coffee after getting all the birds fed, watered, drinkers cleaned out, etc, etc, and it's already boiling. So I'm having this cup of coffee, then I'm going to go and get the plants watered before it gets even hotter. It's going to be an absolute scorcher today, so I'm going to get them some water in there and try and give it a chance to at least get down into the beds prior to the sun evaporating it. So yeah, I just noticed last night when I came up Friday evening that one or two of the plants looked like they needed a drink over there. Just one or two of them, most of them are okay, but yeah. So I was intending to just give them a good soak this morning, or a light soaking I should say, just to keep them going. The carrots have started popping through. I don't know if I said on the last video that I sowed direct, and so have the spring onions. However, the birds have decided to pull those out for me. Yeah, they're becoming more and more of a nuisance, the birds. We need to get something sorted with that pretty quick. Right, so we're just going to crack on today. I was going to do all sorts, but of course I've walked up and the grass is like elephant grass now, so I've got no choice but to get the grass cut today as well, because if I don't, and then we do get some rain next week, he says, hoping with fingers crossed, toes, eyes and everything else, then it will be doubly hard to do. It's already, I've let it get longer than I normally would, so I'm going to have to pull the ride on more out today, and hopefully we can get it started and we can get the grass cut today. So other than that, guys, getting the plants watered over there, getting the plants in the greenhouse watered and getting the grass cut, we'll have to see where we're at that point as to how much further we get, what we get done. Okay guys, I'll catch up with you later when we get some work done. As you can see here guys, this is the length of the grass now that I'm up against. I've really got to get this grass cut. It's amazing how fast it's grown. It really is. And if you can see down here the edge of the polytunnel, look at this. Now I know I didn't trim it right back the last time, but even so, we're going to have to do something shortly. But it's the same wherever you go. All over, great big tufts, and it might not look that long on here, but I can assure you it's at least 6 inches long, this grass, and longer in other places. Quick look in the polytunnel. The plants are actually doing quite remarkably well, as you can see, and the butternut squash, as you can see, in just a week is now almost up to the line. Put out loads and loads of flowers, but it looks like they're all male flowers on these. There isn't any sign of any fruit starting to form on these yet, guys. The other one on the other side, still healthy, still climbing, also on the string. It's only about halfway up though, so a complete difference. Onions doing well, peppers doing well. These two big tomatoes are going to need a string in shortly. All my little cuttings, tomato cuttings, they've all more or less taken root now. I actually put another 2 in, I think it was Thursday evening. So they're still getting established. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, certainly 6 of those have taken, and they'll go down this bed here, guys, once I get this shelving out. We're nearly finished now. There's four dark basil in there to be transplanted, and there's a couple of little spicy leaves and mustard leaves to go in there. Now I did plant some of those in this bed, if you remember, last week. And you can probably see the state of them now. There's nothing left of them. Something is having a good old munch in here now and destroying them. They just stripped them right back, so no point in putting them in this polytunnel, guys. Ironically, the lettuces have been left alone, and they're really thriving. But whatever it is that's eating these, and I can't find it, this one here, as you can see, all that's left is the main is the stems. There's no leaf on it, and it was doing so well on that one. But more importantly, they've now made a start on the cucumber, and I'm really annoyed, but I can't find any slugs or anything, snails in here, guys, and they're obviously taking cover somewhere, and I'm not finding them. So that's going to be a bit of a nuisance, I'm afraid. I might have to put some control down in here. I didn't really want to do it, but I might have to do it. Anyways, we'll leave it for now and we'll see how it goes, guys. But that's just a quick look at the polytunnel. Catch you later. Okay, guys, so I've just been out in the garden, and I've managed to get all hooked a little pump up, and I've got all the plants watered over in the garden there now. So I'm pleased about that. It's absolutely boiling. The sweat is pouring out of me at the moment. If this is what it's like 9 o'clock in the morning, God help us when it gets to midday. We really need some water. I've just took the last scrapings out of a barrel I found round the back of the chicken feed loft, where I keep the corn for the hens. There was a water barrel round the back of there that I'd forgot about, and it was full, but and that was 210 litres. And over this last week with the watering of the plants and the chickens, I've completely emptied that now. So I've only got the little bit that's left in the IBC over where the hens are, which is probably 100 litres, and possibly the same again in this IBC that I once showed you on one of the videos that I was filling up the 25 litre containers. I'm really praying for water now, guys. It's difficult up here. Now there is a tap at the end of the lonin. I really don't want to go down that route, but if it means I've got to fill 6 or 7 25 litre containers with water from the tap at the bottom and lug them up here to the allotment and then cart them out the car into, at least it's dry and I can get the car up this little bit of a road that I put in many moons ago. So it's doable, but I really don't want to do that. It's really hard work, guys. It really is hard work humping those 25 litre containers. It's bad enough taking them from the IBC into each of the pigeon lofts, but then of course conversely that lasts a full week in each of the lofts and sometimes a little bit more. But it won't have make life a lot easier if we get some rain and get those water barrels filled up a bit. I do love summer, but you know, it's got to be in moderation, guys. Anyways, enough babbling on. I've been in the polytunnel as well and I've watered the plants. I haven't soaked the entire beds. I've literally just dabbled water around each of the plants, just to give them a drink, basically. They weren't looking too bad, but I've given them a drink anyways, and then I know it's done, so they should be alright for at least for the remainder of today and tomorrow. And depending on how hot it gets, they might need another drink tomorrow, or it could be Monday before they need it. So we'll just see how that pans out, guys. Right, I'm going to have another cup of coffee because I'm dehydrating, and then as soon as I've had that, I'm going to have to pull out the lawnmower and hope we can get that fired up and get this grass cut. That's the next job. So we'll catch you later. Follow me along. So we finally got the grass cut. It's now 10 to 11 in the morning. I had a bit of a trouble getting the lawnmower started up this morning, so but we've got the grass cut, or the 90% of it around the edges still could do with a scrim. and I'm probably going to do that as well, but it's absolutely boiling. I'm melting. But you can see it's a lot tidier now here, even down near the greenhouse. So yeah, we've got it cut up here, all the usual places, as I say. Really round the edges I'm not too bothered about, guys. I just want to show you this as well. So I've got the door open on the polytunnel here, and I've put my little thermometer in here now that I had in the other shed, and I just want to show you in here. You can probably see this okay. It's 33 degrees inside this polytunnel and only 24% moisture content. But as I said, it's 10 to 11 now, guys, and that's even with this top window out here and the top window out in that one there. So I'm seriously thinking about taking at least another one pane, bottom pane out of that end and a bottom pane out of the other end, guys. It's that hot. Look at these tomatoes. In spite of them soaking in water, they're still struggling. Mind, these are the last 3 cuttings that I've just taken off, and they will survive. I've had them like that before. They will survive, but they are struggling even in this heat. As you can see, the other one's down here. That one there is off the Big Mama. That's doing really well. That's the one that I accidentally nipped out. That was the tip, the growing tip of the other one. I thought it was a sucker, so hopefully that'll come on well when it gets planted. And the other ones are all little suckers that were taken off the Shirleys, and one's got a truss on already, guys. So they're established. They'll go in this bed shortly. Anyway, that's just a little quick update, guys. I'll catch you later. Bye. Okay, guys, so I've just been back out there and took out the little battery operated strimmer, and I've started to make a cut round. I've cut right round the polytunnel. I've cut outside this shed door. It was like 2 foot high, and I've gone round some of the beds around underneath the pigeon aviaries. So I've made a good start on doing the strimming, but that battery's flat now. Incidentally, I bought a battery operated strimmer many moons ago, and it was absolutely rubbish. You got 3 blades of grass cut and the battery would die. And I vowed I would never ever buy a battery operated one ever again. However, this is not a promotional video, by the way. I'm a massive fan of tools made by FedEx, and you buy those tools predominantly in Aldi. They're cheap and they're very cheerful and they're very well made. So I have quite a number of tools now made by FedEx. I have a battery operated chainsaw, a battery operated grinder. You might be able to hear in the background, I've turned the gain down on the mic, hopefully so this isn't too much of an annoyance for you, but you might be able to hear in the background. I also have a battery operated fan which I've got on cooling down because I am absolutely on fire at the moment. So I've got a fan running in the background. Again, it's battery operated. I've got a battery operated circular saw, and I have quite drills, and I have quite a number of battery operated tools. Now I don't keep them here at the allotment, I bring them with me as and when I need them, but they are absolutely brilliant. They really are good quality tools. But what's different about this strimmer is the last one was just a normal motor in there. This one's got a brushless motor in it. And the only reason I bought this is because it was in Aldi last year. It was the last one, and it was for £9. Now it didn't come with a battery, obviously. It come as a bare bones unit, but it was £9. And I thought, you know what? I've got the batteries anyways for all the other tools, and they've got the universal battery, so one battery fits all. So I thought, I've got the batteries for £9. If I end up throwing it in the bin, so be it. And I bought it, and I am seriously impressed with it, guys. It doesn't come with a spool of line getting tangled up, snapping, all that. It even comes with plastic clip-on blades, so it's clip on, clip off, and you're away again. And it came with 20 of those or something, and they go in the handle. And I'm still on the first set that I bought when I bought the trimmer. Now I have used this quite a bit in the past. I used it most of last season. But you get about, I would say, an hour on the 40 volt. It's a 20 volt battery, but it's a 40 volt capacity. Some of the bigger tools, more powerful tools, need those bigger batteries, but they're backward compatible as well. So you can stick the 40 in the drills, for instance, and you get double the runtime. And I've just recently purchased another 4 of those and another 2 of the chargers at a cost of 150 quid, but they're worth every penny because the tools are so good, in my opinion. So yeah, been out, done a bit of strimming. I've got about halfway around with strimming. I'm having a cup of coffee because I'm absolutely dehydrated again, and the heat out there is horrendous. It's getting to the point where I can't bear being outside. I'm needing to come in here and put the fan on and cool down. I'm out for 10 minutes, back in for the cool, out for 10 minutes, back in for the cool, so that's why it's taking so long, guys. The thing is, it'll be a good job once I'm finished, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get a great deal more done after finishing this lot. But we'll see how it goes anyways, guys. We'll keep you posted. So just follow me along. I just thought I'd give you that bit of an update, guys. Catch you later. Bye. Okay, guys. So as you can probably see, I've now got the strimming done up the side of the polytunnel, across the front edge, in front of the shed that I actually have my cups of coffee in and what have you. As you can see, it's well elevated off the ground. One, to keep the air under the floor, stops it rotting, and two, more importantly, it keeps the rats out. I can actually see my steps, what they are of. So I've trimmed up around the edge of this this bed as well, under the aviary beds that I've done. That tidies that up again now. We've got down this side of the polytunnel done as well, and likewise across this end of the polytunnel. So I've still got a bit of strimming to do, guys. It's just a bit slow going, but we're getting there. So that's the other side. So we've still got this down this edge of this bed to do, and we've got this little area here to do as well. And then I'm not bothered about up this fence. I'm not really bothered around the edges of the fencing. So I'm just going to tidy the long ends up on these beds under the aviaries and into the entrance of this shed. Just cut that away so I can get in and out that shed. Along this bed to still do, and then we've still got a fair clump of grass here for to trim out, and underneath the landing of the other loft, and I've still got the steps to drop back in there that I lift up whilst I'm cutting the grass. But I've got halfway along under there cut, and I've also got underneath that aviary up there cut, and around that area trimmed round the door, made a trimming round this framing here as well. Still got around the IBC so I can actually see it now and get back to it, and I've still got that little bit there to do. The battery had ran out, but I've got another battery there, so I'll drop that in. So I got down that edge there cut as well, guys, but I still need to do that. So there's just that little bit there, half of this landing underneath, little area here, across the front of these beds, across the front of that shed there, a little corner, and down there. Probably going to take me about another hour, maybe a little less. We'll see how it goes, guys. Fresh battery, should hopefully make a dent in it. So I'll just do a bit of a quick update, guys. Catch you later, bye. Okay, guys, so I apologise if there's a bit of a hum in the background. I've got the fan on again. It's absolutely boiling. I've probably caught the sun. I can't really see through the camera how much, but the back of my neck is absolutely burning. I've been trying to dodge in and out whilst I've been strimming the rest of that grass. I've got it all done now, so all in all, that's a good job as I keep saying. So yeah, it's now 1:30, and I've just sat down for another cup of coffee, and I'm going to have a steak slice. I had one earlier with the first cup of coffee this morning, going to have the second one now. You've got the birds running around on the roof again upstairs up there. They're getting to be a real nuisance, they really are. Right, sidetracked again. So I'm going to have this cup of coffee and this steak slice, guys. I'm absolutely melting. Hopefully by that time I've cooled down and I'll find the motivation to do something else. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but you'll just have to wait and see, guys. So we'll have this cuppa, bite to eat, and we'll catch up with you later. See you later, guys. Bye. So I've got the door propped open on the polytunnel now as well, guys, and I've also taken out the bottom pane in that other door. It's still showing 31.2 degrees in here, even with that, with the door open, and yeah, 31.2 degrees still in here, guys, and only 13% moisture. As you can see, it's now 20 to 2 in the afternoon. Yeah, I'm pleased I got the plants watered early on this morning. As you can see, I've got all the strawberries and everything soaking in the soak tray up here. So we'll get them put in a more shaded area before long. Just a quick look round now that we've got finished off. So as you can see, we've got cut all underneath the landing there. We've also got cut around these beds here. No sooner had I said you got the blades with the strimmer, and plenty of them, and I'm still on the first pack. I've just now used the last pair of blades, so I've had to look on Amazon. Ironically, you can't get the exact blades for this strimmer, which is a bit of a nuisance. So I've ordered some universal ones, and hopefully they're going to do the same job, guys. But as you can see, we've got this cut down now, and we even got a bit of a clump cut down backside of there. Just trimmed that back as well, guys. So yeah, been a long day, and I'm absolutely on fire. But as I always keep saying, it's a good job jobbed, and one less to do. I really didn't want to have to do this today, guys, but yeah, as you can see, it looks really, really good. So yeah, just another bit of an update, guys. Catch you later. Decided to make a start on the solar panel system. So up here on the top of the polytunnel, you see a little solar panel I have up there. It's a little 25 watt one. Puts out about, in maximum sunshine like this, you get about 1.4, just over an amp coming out of that. So I'm going to start and hopefully do this, the irrigation system. I'll make a start on it anyways, guys. So John, if you're watching, this is the simple installation of the solar panel. So I'll try and make this as simple as I possibly can, guys. So there's the solar panel mounted up on there, guys, as you can see. So we have the cable running down, and then we've taken it up here into the polytunnel and tacked it up, and as you can see, the door closes okay. Next to that, we've got a little Amazon special solar controller, and basically these are about anywhere between 9 and 15 quid, guys. This actually came in a pack with a couple of little solar panels. I've got 2 or 3 of these, and then to the left of that, I've mounted a little 12 volt 7 amp battery on a shelf, and then down below we've got the irrigation system screwed up and mounted up. We haven't actually connected anything yet, guys, so this is just the start. I've just pre-prepared that to try and make life a little bit easier. So basically you have your 2 wires coming down here, and this is straight from the solar panel. I've had to join the length because it was only a short length on the actual solar panel. Obviously keeping your wires, positive and negative, separate, and don't let them touch, especially on a hot day like this, or you'll end up just taking out the solar panel. I've tested it on the end of here with a voltmeter, and it is putting out a voltage. So the first step, guys, is to get some wires from the battery, positive and negative, into the centre of this to feed the power to this controller. So what I've done, got a length of wire, and basically I've just put two spade connectors on the end. I know they're both blue, but it makes no difference as long as I connect them up right. So what I need to do is connect this to the 12 volt battery, get a rough idea of what length it is, and then wire them into the solar charger. So we'll get that done, and then we'll come back to you guys. So here we have our positive lead to the little battery terminal and the negative. Now with these spade terminals I put on the end of the wires, I put double-ended ones on, and that's so that if I change my mind and later want to take another feed off this battery for something else, I can do so, whether it's for this project or another project at a later date. But basically I thought I might as well put the double-ended ones on, and then I can just plop another spade terminal on there and take another feed from that battery if I wish. Okay, so we're going to get this connected up now, and then we'll give you a look at it. Okay, so that's the first step in the wiring process. So here we've got the wire from the solar panel still hanging out. We haven't put that in yet. We're doing this step by step. So what we've done is we took a feed from the 12 volt battery down. We give ourselves plenty of length. We can easily tie this up later. You always need to leave more than you need. And all we've done is we've gone straight into the centre terminals marked up on here with a battery, a positive and a negative. So positive, negative, and that's exactly what we've done. And you can probably see on the display that it is illuminated. I'm not sure how well you can see this, guys, but you can see it is actually showing a voltage. So our next thing to do is to wire the solar panel up, positive and negative, into there, and then we're going to be taking our feed for this out of here. Okay, catch you in a minute. So what we've done now is we've got the two sets of wires in there now, and we've got the solar panel wired in, and we've got the battery connected. And as you can see on the display now, it's now showing 12.3. It was 11.7 before. That's because I deliberately used a part exhausted battery, and you can see the arrow flashing on the display. It shows a picture of the battery, which is about half full, and it shows the solar panel is pushing a charge into that battery. So you can see this strong sun is really working well, guys. So that's the second step. The third one is very simple. We simply need to take another wire from the other two terminals, and that's our feed for our device. I'll catch you again in a minute, guys. I just need to have all this for to tidy up now. So what I hadn't realised at first was, for this particular job and project that I'm doing, is what's handy about these little controllers as well. As you can see, they come with USB ports built in, and basically all I've done here for my supply feed is take a USB cable, run it across here. Obviously this is all going to be tidied up, guys, with cable tips, cable clips. Run down here, used a USB to micro USB, and straight into the back of the unit. Now this can take 4 AA batteries as well as a backup, but there isn't any in here. I can assure you that there's none in there. Let me just see if I can get around the back of this, guys. I know I've got the clip mounted on now, I can't get the back off, but there's no batteries in there, I can assure you. And if I press the button on here now, you will see on the display on the display you can see it's all powered up, hopefully. The sun's a bit bright. So we have our power, and we have our 5 volts coming out of there straight across, and a direct feed, which is a nice quick fix for this. And we still have our 12 volt output. So I've got 5 volts and I've got a spare 5 volt one here if I want it, and I can then take 12 volt feeds out for other things if I really want to. And it would simply be a case of positive, negative, long wire to whatever device was 12 volts that you wanted to control, guys. So standing back, that's the entire system there. Solar panel up on the roof, little solar charge controller there, 12 volt 7 amp battery there, and our irrigation system there. So that's the wiring process done. I'm not sure how much more I'm going to get done now, guys. It's 3:30 and I'm starting to flag a bit. I'm going to tidy the cabling up, obviously, and then we'll see if we get anything else done. Catch you later. Bye. Okay guys, hopefully you can see this okay. I'm not sure how the sun's affected, but basically that's it. So we have given ourselves purposely extra length on all of the cables so we can make room for manoeuvring and if we need to move things around, whatever. But basically I've tidied it up pretty reasonably. Came down here and put some cable clips on here as well. Little coil at the bottom. And again, as you can see, we're getting power to this. So, from an actual wiring perspective, that's it, it's that simple. I really want to try and get this irrigation system finished, either today or tomorrow, so that I can just press a button on that thing there and it's going to water my plants for me. And then set it to automatic. I'll obviously have to keep an eye on it, guys, and see how it goes and that it does behave as it's supposed to. But at least I can just walk in, press a button with a 25 litre container under here. It'll suck the water out, feed both of these 2 beds with a bit of luck. That's the intentions anyways. Now that's going to take some time to set up all the irrigation itself. So yeah, either later today, but it's probably more likely going to be tomorrow because I am absolutely melting and really flagging now, guys. Catch you later. Bye. One last thing I just want to show you, guys. This thermometer is now showing 41.6 degrees centigrade. That is unbelievable. That's how hot it is in here, guys, even with the windows out and the door wide open. See you later. Bye. Okay guys, I'm back in the shed now. I'm basically melting. Sorry, just paused you out for a split second there. I needed to put the fan on. Hopefully, I've turned the gain down on the microphone as well, so hopefully that's not interfering too much with the audio. I'm really flagging now, guys, so I don't know whether I'm going to do any more today. In fact, I'm probably not. Excuse me, I'm going to put this kettle on and I'm going to have another cup of coffee, definitely. But there you go, John. Hopefully that was simple enough for you to follow, and anyone else who just want to know the basics about solar panels. Now, it's not a pretty job, but it's not meant to be. I just want it to be practical, and hopefully it'll help me going forward. One, it should water the plants more efficiently once I get the irrigation system set up, and 2, it's a press of a button to water and then another press to turn it off. And yeah, and then if we get it functioning correctly and the way I would like it to do, it'll be set up on a timer. I'm always a bit dubious about that because if it fails, either A, they don't get watered, or B, they get flooded out. I think I would much rather prefer to just walk up, press a button, make sure that I know they've got enough water, and then press the button and turn it back off again. That would be my preferred choice. However, we'll test the time and we'll see how it goes, guys. So I'm going to have this cup of coffee now, guys, and then I'm going to tidy up and I'm going to make my way down because the back of my neck is on fire and my head is as well. Okay guys, hope you've enjoyed today's video. Stay tuned. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. Then hit the little bell icon on the right and that'll alert you every time I put up a new video. I really do appreciate the subscribers I have. I also appreciate any comments in the sections below. Hopefully this has been something slightly different for you. Tomorrow we'll probably give you a look inside the pigeon lofts at least, so you can see how the birds are coming on, and then I may make a start, all depending how I feel, starting with the irrigation system in the polytunnel, and hopefully that'll be another little bit of different content for you tomorrow, guys. So stay tuned, take care, stay safe and be practical, and thanks for watching. Bye.